Advocate Nisi asks us about the requirement that a confession should be supported by evidence aliunde, and in this regard, one can consult Himstra's criminal procedure.
We've passed that stage. We're now on the dreadlocks. He's now busy dealing with evidence aliunde. Yes. These are matters of argument, but we're busy now.
Okay, fine. Thank you.
Thank you.
Completely unbelievable there. So that was Judge Ratha, calling for an adjournment as soon as Advocate Mnisi was about to speak. It is completely unbelievable. It's like Judge Ratha did not want to hear anything at all about what Advocate Mnisi wanted to talk about, because it's not like when it comes to adjournments and times, like there's a fixed time for an adjournment. There is room, it's like there's a plus or a minus, to allow someone to finish their point, because Advocate Mnisi was still talking there. And Judge Ratha did not even want to listen or hear what Advocate Mnisi was talking about. So these are some of the things, that make people angry out there when they look at Judge Ratha's behavior. No wonder some people are saying Judge Ratha must be arrested, Judge Ratha must be investigated, this and that, And there was even a point, where Advocate Mngomezulu was saying Judge Ratha is colluding with the state, he has to be arrested, this and that. So these are the things that are angering people. But what can happen, is that people can report some of these behaviors to the judiciary itself, and the office of the Chief Justice. So this behavior definitely can be reported there. But unfortunately, there are other people who did report Judge Ratha to the judge president himself. They wrote a letter and reported him, because of his behavior that he was exhibiting in the courtroom. Unfortunately, what happened, is that that letter that was reported, it was simply forwarded to Judge Ratha. Judge Ratha took the letter, read it in court, laughed at the letter, threw it aside, and proceeded with the courtroom. And that was that. Life resumed as normal. So those are some of the things, that deter people from reporting these behaviors. But we do hope, that Advocate Mnisi is not going to be deterred by this behavior that was exhibited by Judge Ratha in this instance, because that was really unprofessional by Judge Ratha there. And I really doubt, that Judge Ratha is going to resume and say, Advocate Mnisi, can you continue on from where you left when they returned back from adjournment? But anyway, on the other hand, there might have been something that might have been bothering Judge Ratha health-wise, or maybe he really wanted, what is it called? A recess. Exactly. Maybe he really wanted that, and quickly called for a short adjournment, like 5 minutes, he rushed to the toilet, then returned back. Maybe, on the other hand, it's something that could have happened. But the way that it did it did not appear that way. That's why sometimes it's important to explain some of the decisions that somebody will be taking. Imagine if he had said, there's something wrong with my chest, I have to rush, short adjournment, then he rushes and returns back. It's understandable if it has been done that way. But the way that it occurred, it gives an impression, like a wrong impression exactly, of something else. I'll catch you guys on the next one.